Hi everyone, welcome to the DMP Experience, episode 6, behind the scenes of a student short film. Joining us today, we have the director of the first short film of the year produced by DMPA. We had a moment.
Hello, I am Ethan Terrazas. I am the director and writer of the short, and
Yay! I do want to mention, I was on set with him while we were producing it. I was doing BTS, so I didn't have like an actual role, but I was doing BTS. I was just hanging out there.
did have a role.
I was going around just having fun with everybody. So I have, it was so much fun. I have a lot of insight on this film as well, so I'm very excited for it. But we are here to talk about really the behind the scenes, kind of like all the DMPA stuff that we go through. All of the pre-production, the production, and then the post-production. And then we'll give a shout out to, what's it called? To the screening. Yeah. And then, so we'll take it from there. So first question, let's go into the whole pre-production of it. Okay. So tell me how you got the idea and like how long it took you to write the script.
So I think the idea came when I was actually going through TikTok. Unfortunately. But I was watching these clips of movies, and then I came across Greta Gerwig's, I think it was called Frances Ha or something like that.
Interesting.
But it's a black and white film, and in one of the clips that I was seeing, it was basically her saying how out there you have this person that is yours, and she gives this whole monologue. It's really beautiful, like very amazing, very loving, and she's basically just saying like you're yearning for this person because they are yours. And it might not be in a sexual way or anything. It's just romantic. Like you just feel such intense emotions for this person. Mm. And from there, that's when I just kind of thought of my own personal experiences. And then that's when I started to shape the script around this bar scene. And originally it was going to be like completely different from what it was now.
Tell me, what was it? What was it originally?
It was really corny. That's
okay. Yeah. That's how Oscars start.
Yeah. It was Ramsey, my producer, who actually thankfully like kind of told me that it was corny, which is good because now I'm thinking back. But yeah. But originally it was supposed to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Originally it was supposed to be about these two people that never met each other. They see each other at a bar for the first time, and it's like instant love, and you see like their first interaction, and then it goes to their seemingly last interaction and this whole conflict and their relationship and things like that. But it was about two people falling in love, like love at first sight, essentially.
Interesting. You had an experience like that?
I wouldn't say love at first sight, but I'm trying not to be like super personal about it. But
you can be as vague as you want. You're fine.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's moments when you're seeing somebody or when you just meet somebody that it just doesn't feel like anything else. Mm. And it just feels very, I don't know, it feels very strong, very emotional. And it's like nobody else can share that with you because it's you and this other person. And that's where Greta Gerwig's film comes into play, because thinking about her monologue and then thinking about the script, I started writing it. And originally it was just off of this one line, and I completely forgot what it was, so sorry about that. But from that one line, that's when I started to expand it. And I think overall it took me I started writing it in September of last year. And it probably took me, it took me like 2, maybe 3 months to finalize it.
Yeah, which honestly, that's really good.
Do you think so? I think that was too long.
No, I think that was good. I know people who they have an idea and then they don't even start writing the script till a year later, but all they do is talk about this idea.
That is true. And I think that's something I'm guilty of. That's something everybody is guilty of, right? Like I think a lot of people do that. Yeah, and that's totally fine, totally acceptable, no bashing on anyone. But I think it was really me wanting to do something finally.
Yeah.
And feeling that need that I can do something, and I know I can do it, so I'm going to do it.
What do you think gave you that confidence?
Honestly, it was Ramsey. That is, again, my producer.
Shout out Ramsey.
Yeah, shout out Ramsey. And my assistant director, Jacob Perez.
Yeah.
And they really they were the ones that kind of saw that I could make something, just make something, just in general, not even like putting like description on it, but just make something. And they really were the ones that were constantly telling me like, "Yo, man, when is it gonna come out? When are you gonna do something?"
That's Jacob right there.
Yeah, that was Jacob.
That's
yeah,
Jacob talking.
And so it was them who really pushed me to do something. And so throughout the whole time of me writing the script, I kept thinking about them too. And then that's when it sparked into like this, I want to say, passion project.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it evolved into what it is now.
It's so, you guys are going to love it when it comes out. It's so good.
Hopefully, I don't know.
You have to. I'm just kidding. On this production, can you tell me how the heck you found everyone?
Honestly, it was through DMPA. Like literally, I think, yeah. Shout out. But I think it was through them. Like the only person I really knew beforehand going into the production was Jacob. And I mean,
really?
Sorry. Yeah,
Ramsey.
sorry, I didn't. Yeah, Ramsey.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't frame that right. Before DMPA and before everything started to happen like a year ago, the only person I really knew that worked on the set now at this set was Jacob, because we had a class together and we had known each other for, I think it was a year prior to that. And so DMPA really gave me access, and that sounds kind of wrong, my bad. It opened the door. Yeah, it opened the door to connections that I have now. And so they really showed me all these amazing people that are such beautiful human beings that I love. Like every single one of them I love. And I was able to talk to them and connect with them over the months of pre-production, but also beforehand through like meetings and little socials, things like that.
Yeah, that's very true. It was such a fun time. It was such a good crew. Such a good crew. Let's talk about locations. How did you end up finding the locations? Because the bar scene, beautiful bar, and then house scene.
Yes.
Right? Those are the two locations that we did.
So the the house scene was my house.
Yes.
Unfortunately. Yeah, it was so I'm glad we were able to use my house, and my parents put up with my BS about it.
What did they say? What did they think about it? Was it an immediate yes or like?
Yeah, I'm so lucky to have parents that are very supportive of what I do and anything that sounds outrageous. So there was a little hesitation, they were just kind of asking and like wondering like,
can I bring 15 people over?
Yeah. I was just like,
to
hey,
shoot something?
I'm like kind of making a movie. Can I film here? And then they're just like, yeah, of course. I think the days of production though, towards the end, I was getting texts from my parents and they're just like, hey, are you guys wrapping up soon or what? And I knew there was like, and I knew there was still like an hour and 2 hours left of us filming. And I was just like, yeah, soon. But so
that's a good answer.
Yeah. So that's the house scene. And then the bar scene was actually Jacob's parents' place.
Period.
So the bar scene that we filmed at was at Papa Doble. It's near Central. It's an amazing bar, an amazing atmosphere. Like the whole place is set up so beautifully. I love it.
The whole vibe. It fit the script so well.
Yes,
it was so beautiful.
Yeah, and so it was just such an amazing place to work in. It was so comfortable. Like everything was amazing. And Jacob's parents, since they own the bar, they were so like, I don't know, they were so open arms about it. Like they loved it. And
did they ever stop by?
No.
I can't remember.
No, I don't think they did. But they stopped by one time when I think Christian and I maybe went there for scouting.
Oh, okay.
To see for camera.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that's so cool of them.
Yeah.
To lend us their bar like that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like the trust that they have with us is crazy.
Yeah.
But originally I really wanted to film at a different bar.
Which one?
1922.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've never been.
It's a beautiful bar. Like it's so amazing. It literally is. It's a jazz bar. Like legit. Like they have like a little stage and everything. Like it's so
good.
It would have been so good. And I tried talking to the owner. I went there twice. So I went to the first time we scouted, and then the second time I went over and I started talking to the manager, and I basically just told him everything about what we were doing. He's like, oh yeah, that sounds really cool, but the owner at the moment isn't in town. He was at Austin at the time. Yeah, so he gave me, I think, his email, and the manager at the time also messaged him a week goes by and I don't hear anything. So then I go back. Yeah.
Of course.
So then I go back and I tell him, and then the manager was like, he didn't tell you anything? I swear he responded to me. And I was like, okay, he responded to you, but not to me. So like, but I think after that, we talked about prices, and it really just wasn't going to work out.
That's true.
Yeah.
I forget how greedy people are.
Yeah, it kind of hits you hard when you're location scouting.
Yeah.
But no, there was 1922, and then a few other bars that we checked out that were also they were willing to do it, but it was just at a price.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, when you're doing something like a short film and you have no budget,
right,
then it's like, which one are you going to go with? And so Jacob kindly reminded me about Papa Doble, and thankfully I know, dude. Thank you.
Honestly.
Shout out Jacob. And thankfully he told his parents, and literally like within a day, like he was just like, yeah, man, they're ready for it. They're cool.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, okay, cool.
That's so sweet of them.
Yeah. Thank God too. Cause it was like, 3 weeks before production was supposed to start. So it was like literally finding the set that we're going to work at literally like so kind of late, or late for me.
Late for you. No, yeah. That is, yeah. Like, when you're planning everything out like that, that is a little bit late.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah, no, for sure.
All right. Well, because you said this is the first thing you've ever done, right?
At this scale, yeah.
Like directed. First time directing, or is that wrong?
I kind of count it as my first time directing, because another time that I did direct was for Professor Villa's intermediate class.
True, you did that
too?
What did you think about it?
I loved it.
I
think
class.
That's really what kind of pushed me to, and really gave me the sense that I don't want to sound egotistical. It gave me the sense that I am fully confident in directing. And again, I don't mean to be like post for anything, because I'm not. I don't know if I'm a good director. But
he's very humble. He's great.
But it made me realize that I can be confident in leading a team. And I kind of translated that into We Had a Moment. So I tried to do my best.
Yeah. No, I think his class does that for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely came out of that class with a different sense of confidence.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just a lot more comfortable being on set. So shout out Villa's intermediate
real
media
shout
class.
Out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Professor Villa just in general for being a great professor and
yes.
amazing mentor.
Yep. Preach. What did you anticipate for this film?
I anticipated that we would run into trouble. And that sounds kind of odd, but also it doesn't, because you can plan for so many things in pre-production. Literally, like, the world is going to end and you're just like, okay, I know what I'm going to do. Like, I'll just reschedule, you know? But there's always going to be something that you cannot prepare for. And so I was kind of anticipating that. I was trying to predict that I wasn't going to be able to predict what was going to be going wrong, because I knew if I did that, then I could go in. And if something was going wrong, then I was just like, dude, I'm prepared.
Yeah.
I'm prepared for being not prepared.
Exactly. No stress.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I knew that if I was stressed about it and I wasn't able to properly figure out what to do and how to go about it, then I feel like that was just going to trickle down to everyone else. And then it was like, I need to step up, you know.
Period. That's so director of him. I love it. Okay. I think that was a good amount of pre-production that we went over. Very interesting. Let's do production now. How many people worked on the short film in total? That you can, like, off the top of your head, like, how many people was it?
I think, is that including cast too?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. I think it was maybe about, like, 18 to 20 people.
18 to 20? Because you also had extras at the bar. How many extras was it?
I think that was, like, 10 or 12.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't anything crazy. Sort of. Yeah, sort of.
Oh my gosh. For a little bit, I got to be an extra. We were
Did you?
Yes, because
that's right.
On the bar counter.
Yeah. Oh my God, the padding shot.
Yes. And it was me, Ramsey, and Itzel, like, right next to each other. I think Angelica was with us too.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope I come out.
You do. In a good way.
Okay. Okay. So you're DP on this film. Someone I don't know at all. So I'm wondering how you found him.
So I found my director of photography, which his name is Christian Wilcox.
Shout out Christian.
Amazing, yeah, amazing DP, amazing cameraman. He's just amazing. So talented at the camera. It's amazing. But we actually met in high school.
Really?
Yeah, and so
Nice.
freshman year of high school, I think it was set up to where two middle schools were kind of going to combine into this one place. Yeah, so it was one of those schools, and that's when I met him in one of our classes. I forget what class it was, but I think it was like English class, something like that. It's not important.
Yeah, high school.
Yeah, exactly, right. But I mean, instantly, Christian and I like just became really close friends and like best friends just off of the things that we liked and enjoyed. And one of those being film. And at the time, we didn't know like we were gonna be here at this moment in time. You never know. I don't even know where I'm gonna be tomorrow.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. Right. So from there, all 4 years of high school, we were just super close. And then during college, he went over to UT Austin, and then I stayed here. Yeah. And so we started majoring in the same thing, basically, like film, media, everything like that. And then every time he would come over for summer, he was always just like, dude, we need to make something together. Like, you need to write something, and we can make it. I can be your cameraman. We would always joke about it. And then finally it came to the point where I was just like, I wrote something. And
At last.
At last, finally. And so he had graduated already this past spring, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
Yeah, so
That's cool.
yeah, so he was like super open to working on this short, and I asked him to be the DP, and he said, of course. And that's when, unfortunately, during production, he wasn't able to stay with us the whole time.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a bummer because I really wanted him to be there, especially because I feel like as a filmmaker, you get so connected with your DP.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
and not many people know that. Like
Right.
Yeah, because it's very much a behind closed doors thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Where where you are creating your shot list, going over the scenes that you want to make and create, and then you have your DP there to kind of bring you down to reality.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks, low key. It does, but it's good.
They're the ones holding the camera.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So when I told Christian, I was just like, hey, I want like this one take that's gonna be 5 minutes, and then it's gonna be going around the whole bar. And then he was like, yeah, we can't really do that. And then I was like, okay. Yeah. And so, but he's amazing. I love him so much. Christian, I love you. I hope you're watching this.
He was great. He was really cool to have around.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, for being close with your DP is something not many people know. And so when he wasn't there on production days, I just felt, I don't know, I felt not alone, but I just felt kind of trapped in what I could do creatively.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Christian already knew and had an idea of what I wanted and how I wanted it to look, which again, like, it still came out beautiful. I love it. Like even with Christian not being there, we still overcame it and it came out beautiful. But
how many days was he gone? Was it just one or was it two?
it's two.
It was two.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was a bit of a bummer. But like I said, we worked through it and it came out really nice.
Yeah. It looks so beautiful. Okay, and speaking of cameras, you had crazy equipment.
I did, yeah. Thank God.
It was so fun to be around all that equipment. Actually, I was like, oh my God.
It was crazy. It made
It's a
it
real set.
Yeah. It made it feel so professional.
Yeah.
Even though it was still just like us, like, at a bar and like we're filming it, or at my house, like my front yard filming. It's felt so professional. And I think because of the equipment too, everybody felt like they had to step up and be professional with it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
It was, but all of our equipment was lent to us by Desert Lens Studio.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
they've been helping out DMPA so much. We're so grateful for them.
they have.
Like, honestly,
And
they have the coolest stuff.
dude, I mean, yeah, like it's crazy. So I feel like it would not have looked as nearly as beautiful as it does without desert lens. Like, so I'm like so grateful.
Yeah, honestly, they are. Oh, there's so much stuff I can say about them. We're so grateful to have them like a part of our like circle. Like, it's so awesome to be able to reach out to them.
Yeah.
How did you? Which actually, I mentioned extras before. Now I'm thinking about it. How did you find the extras? Did you do like a casting call for them, or was it very mutual?
I think it was some mutual. Like, I was able to just literally text my friend's group chat and then just be like, hey, does anyone want to be in a movie?
Yeah.
And then like 2 of them said yes, and then I was just like, perfect. Like, I already got 2 people. And then the rest was word of mouth. So a lot of people in the crew, they would ask me, they're just like, hey, I have a friend, like, can I bring her on, or can I bring them on, or you know, what do you feel about this? And so literally like anybody from the crew and them bringing in their friends, or just seeing like the posters that we put up during the casting calls, that whole period, people saying that, can I be part of it? And I was like, yeah, of course, you can be an extra.
Nice. I love it. Which now our lead actors, you guys are wonderful. You guys are wonderful. Manny and Asia, oh my God.
They are.
Oh my God. The chemistry they had on this movie is insane.
It was crazy. And I think I was so worried about it too, because I think it was during, I want to say right before production. Like, I thought about it, which is something that I didn't think about during like pre-production at all. I was just like, I wonder if these actors are going to click. And it was already like too late because I already had, you know, Asia and Manny.
Right.
So I was just like, well, you know, we'll see. We'll trust it. And I had seen Asia's. I saw Asia's performance in, I forget the name of it, but it was a 48-hour film that she worked on. Yeah.
Nice.
And so from there, I really fell in love with Asia's acting and her performance. Like, it was something that...
She's a great actress.
She's so amazing.
She's
and
so good.
She always doubts herself. Don't doubt yourself.
Don't doubt yourself. You
did.
Gorgeous girl. Don't do it.
Yeah. So I saw her performance there. And even to this day, like, I'll still bring it up how I was just like, yeah, like, I wrote this script with you in mind. Like, subconsciously, I knew that I wanted her, because I really did. From the moment that I saw the short of the 48-hour challenge, I knew that I wanted to work with her.
Period.
It was just one of those things. And thankfully, I had the opportunity to actually work with her.
Yeah.
And so it was like, it was crazy how it worked out like that, right?
Yeah.
And then Manny, I'm trying to remember. I think I did. I saw Manny's performance also at the 48-hour challenge, because I think he worked with our friend Natalia, who directed.
Oh, yes, with Angelica.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly, yeah. And so I saw his performance there. And then also, too, I was, like, really surprised. I was just like, damn, like, this dude can, like, he can act, you know? Like, it's cool. Like, it's not just, like, I don't know. And so when I sent out the casting calls, obviously they both emailed me. I sent them the scripts. They read the lines to me. And then I was just like, cool, I'll let you know, like, in a few days or something. And it was pretty funny, too. I don't know if I'm, like, ousting Manny or not, but, like, he would text me, like, not every day, but often. He would be like, hey, man, how's it going? Like, what do you think? Yeah. He was like, so what'd you think of the performance? And I was just like, it's really good. Yeah. I'm still, like, you know, checking other people out. I want it to be, like, fair as possible. But ultimately, I went with Manny and Asia, of course, and I'm really happy with the choice.
They came out. Oh, they did. They're so good. They're so good. You guys have to see it. Like, you won't understand until you see it. It's so good. Yeah, beautiful casting. Beautiful casting. Did you cast by yourself, or did you do it like with Jacob and Ramsey?
I did it mostly myself. I had Ramsey and Jacob also help me. Like, you know, they reposted it and they're recommending me some people. Actually, Jacob was the one who recommended Adrian as...
Oh, nice.
Yeah, as Sarah is the main character, or one of the leads in the short, played by Asia. And so Adrian came in. It was pretty late into, like, Like, I think it was like a few days before production, and we still didn't have Sarah's best friend. And then that's when Adrian came in, and then she was just like, yeah, I could do it. I was just like, honestly, don't send me a tape. Like, we need you, please.
We'll take it.
Yeah, I was just like, we'll take it. And I mean, she was really great too.
Yeah,
like,
she was good. I loved her.
Yeah, so I'm really happy that Jacob introduced me to her, because if not,
yeah,
it would have been a different story.
That's so crazy. What a great cast.
Yeah.
What a great freaking cast. But let's move on to filming days. I have to mention, he had us filming in 30-degree weather at like 11 p.m. at night.
That's what passion is. That's passion.
We were all there.
We were all there.
there.
And I apologized. I apologized, but I also gave him pizza. So
Yeah, he did.
pizza and Dr. Pepper. And coffee, too.
Yes.
Which I don't know if that's a good combination, but yeah.
Well, the coffee was like multiple hours before.
That is true. That was just to get us
it was
started.
a good. Yeah, there's a good distance.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm so glad you had those heaters, though. I think
I
those
know,
heaters saved us a
yeah.
little bit. Because it was bad, guys. Everyone was like tripled up on gloves and jackets, and like all of us huddled with one heater. Like,
Just super
funny.
scrunched in and
Yeah.
everything. But no, that was second day of production. And I think that was the day that I was most worried about, because one of the temperature and it going down to 28 degrees. So that in and of itself is crazy. But two, it was shooting outside in my neighborhood in front of my house. So there was a lot of different elements that were kind of like, I don't know, that we were battling. And actually, we were going to cancel that day.
really?
Yeah, we weren't going to shoot.
Interesting.
And literally, I think we kept going back and forth, Jacob and Ramsey and I, and we were on a phone call for like 2 hours, and we kept debating whether or not we should do this date. And so we tried rescheduling. We tried choosing a different date, and we felt like it would be best just to stick to our guns and just film that day. And I'm really happy we did.
I'm glad
frankly,
too. Yeah.
you know?
Because then the other day ended up moving.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. So there
Yeah, because
was
that would have been bad if you would have had to cancel both days.
Yeah, it would have been super unprofessional. And I mean, not that we have to keep a level of professionalism, but I mean, I want to. You know what I mean?
It's just, out of respect.
Yeah, exactly.
I
don't
get
wanna,
it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to make note of that. 28-degree weather.
It was amazing.
But we were all there.
Yeah.
All accounted for.
It started
Making a
snowing
film.
too. I forgot about that. It
did.
started snowing.
There were like flurries.
Literally, I don't think you can really see it that much
Not
at the
really,
end.
no.
But at the end of the last shot that we were getting, it started snowing, and you could see like these little snowy flurs. And in this,
Yes, in this, we have a still of it. In this shot, we were outside. So they were like outside sitting on a bench, and you could see, like while we were filming this scene, it was this scene, right? Where the flurries started coming down. Ooh, yeah, where the flurries started coming down. It was so beautiful. And it looks a little dark here, but it looks beautiful on screen.
Yeah.
And there was little flurries, and it was just, it was so pretty. It was so pretty. Yeah. That's so amazing.
Yeah, I'm happy.
On that day. Yeah. Let's move on to post-production now.
Cool.
So I'm going to go to a big one. Who did the score on this?
I did. I made the score.
He did the score.
I did, yeah. No, but I made the score for 2 pieces. And those were just like, normal film scores that play out through dialogue and whatnot. But I love the way they sound. I feel like I had so much creative control and so much freedom to do whatever I wanted to that I was really able to just make what I was feeling. And so that was really beautiful. But there's a dance sequence in the short, and the song that the 2 leads, Luis and Sarah, that they danced to, it was made by myself and my cousin, Luis Marquez. So that was very
so freaking cool.
Yeah, this just making it alone felt so personal, and especially being in like the room with my cousin, who also loves and has a passion for music just as much as I do. It felt so amazing to be close and working with him, and And I love the song. I love it. I love
I
it
do
so much.
too. It's such a good song. I'm so excited for it. Yeah. No, it's so good. It's so freaking good. And the song you made for the dance sequence, that was the name of the short film, The Dance. That was the original name.
Yeah.
Can you tell me why you decided to change it?
Honestly, just being like super like completely honest, when Luis and I were making the short film or making the song, sorry, I made a playlist on Spotify of what I was trying to go for, and when I was trying to name it to send it to him, I was just like, I'll just put "We Had a Moment." I'll just put that because I couldn't think of anything, and it was really late at night, so I just put that. And so when Luis came to visit the production, he saw on the slate and it said "The Dance," and that was the original name. And then he looks at me and he's just like, what is this movie called? And I was just like, oh, it's called The Dance. And he's just like, I thought it was We Had a Moment. I was like, no, it's The Dance. And he's just like, I kind of like We Had a Moment better. And then I was just like, damn, you're right. It does sound way better.
Convinced me.
Yeah. And then so I started asking everybody on set. I was just like, what do you think of this? And then they're just like, honestly, yeah, it sounds pretty good. And I was just like, all right, I'm going to change it.
You changed it.
I did. And I'm really happy that I changed it.
Yeah, too. I think it fits a tiny bit more than The Dance.
Yeah.
It's good. In your opinion, in what ways did like the editing process, how did it like affect the final product?
I think it affected it pretty, not super substantially, but it kind of was just like a little bit of a drastic change. Because I think what I mainly focus on during the edit is pacing and really making sure that everything is giving. I kept telling Asia and Manny on set, and also other people too, that I want it to breathe. Like I want the story to breathe. I want the dialogue and these scenes and these moments to breathe. And so that way it feels like everything is given its proper time and its proper length to play out.
Yeah.
The way that I would want it to play out and the way that I think would play out best, especially for this for the tone and the genre and the setting of it.
Yeah.
So with the editing process, Oscar Dominguez, he was our editor.
Shout out Oscar.
Shout out Oscar. Thank you so much for putting up with long hours of me just saying like, can I get 1 second extra? Maybe 2 more. Just do it normally.
Go back to original.
Yeah. But from his first version, he had told me, this is it. This is what we got. And then I was just like, okay, cool. And then from there, we started this long process of reshaping it and reforming it. And it was a bit of a struggle, not going to lie, but I feel like every editing process is. But in the end, we were super happy. Like Oscar and I were like shouting on our voice call as we were editing it.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was happy about that.
That's good. Do you have any like regrets? Like kind of like, oh, I wish I had done this on set, or I wish I would have added this or some sort of thing?
Yeah, I don't have many regrets. I don't really have a whole lot, honestly. Probably just one. And I try not to have regrets because it's just like I don't want to live with that. You know? Yeah. I try to accept it as it is, which is beautiful. I love it. But one big regret that I do have was not getting close-ups for the dance sequence. At the time, I was really upset about it. I'm not even going to lie. I was really upset because I was like, it's supposed to be intimate. It's supposed to be very personal. And it was. I mean, Manny and Asia made it very like intimate and such like a beautiful moment. But I was really picky on getting those close-up shots. And when we didn't have time, I was just like, damn. Like I was upset. But then watching the edit and then watching the music added and then the color grading too, everything being added onto it was just like, never mind.
It's okay. Yeah.
It's good. I love it. Like it came out the way I wanted it to come out.
That's good. Yeah. That's so good. As long as you're like happy with it and it's like something that you're proud to put out, I think that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm really happy.
Yeah. Did you enjoy being a director?
I did. Yeah. I love it. I mean, it's like this, it gives me so much joy that I have no proper words to explain it. Like it's so.
Yeah. That's how it is. Like you just enjoy it so much. You just.
Yeah.
You just gotta tell people to go experience it.
Yeah, exactly.
Genuinely.
Like I literally can't describe it except for like go make a movie.
Go make a movie, guys. Go make a movie.
But even when you're stressed out and feel so overwhelmed, if you're truly passionate about filmmaking, then you will feel so much joy that
Yeah.
nothing can give it to you like that. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe drugs, but I don't want to
Ethan.
do. Yeah. But don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs,
film.
guys. Do film. Don't do drugs. Do film.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
leave it like that.
You'll leave it like that. All right. Do you think you'll make another short film soon? Maybe a feature.
A feature. I have been thinking about that a lot actually.
Yeah.
Recently. Yeah, I think
That would be really fun.
it would be. It would be amazing. I would love that. But I am working on something. I'm writing something.
So excited.
Yeah. I won't say a lot because I'm very secretive about what I share.
No, don't share
because-
anything.
Yeah,
Don't
but
share nothing.
soon you'll hear
Soon.
something.
Yay! That's so freaking exciting. Okay, lastly, do you have any like advice? Besides go make a film, do you have any like advice maybe on being a director, the writing process, just for anyone who is too nervous to
To start.
start?
I could literally be here another hour just giving advice. But
Okay, one
I
sentence.
think one sentence. I think the biggest advice that I would give anyone when directing is you have to be confident in yourself. Like you really have to be super trusting of yourself and really forgive yourself for any mistakes that you make along the way, because there's going to be a lot. It's not going to come out flawless. Like there's going to be so many imperfections to the process, just the process in general of filmmaking, that it's going to be hard. But if you have confidence in yourself and you trust yourself completely, then I think you can make the best thing that you can possibly make.
Yeah. I mean, we're students. This is a student short film. I just want to put an emphasis on that because
Yeah.
I think the majority of the crew were all students.
Yeah.
Right? There's only a couple who were graduates who are helping us out. But I mean, it came out so beautifully. We all came together to, help you make something that we all saw the vision for. It was beautiful. Oh my God, I'm never going to stop saying that. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, but guys, go make a film. DMPA is here to help. That's all we're here for, to help make films and help get your hands a little dirty, okay?
Yeah,
we can do
for
it
real.
together.
For real.
And yeah, I think we're about to close out. Let's show the posters really quick.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, should I move my mic? No, wrong way. That way.
Should I move my mic
We
too?
had a
Yeah.
moment.
Right. Sorry.
They're beautiful posters. Very beautiful. Made by Ramsey Pettis.
Made by Ramsey Pettis, yeah.
Made by Ramsey Pettis.
Yes, which shout out to Mountum, because Mountum, run by Ramsey Pettis,
Yes.
is the one who's helping me with the marketing and submitting into film festivals and everything like that. So
Yes.
shout out to him.
Shout out to him. Okay, DMPA is hosting the screening for We Had a Moment. It's going to be on April 4th at
6 o'clock.
At 6 o'clock. And it's open to anyone. It's free admission, right?
Yes.
Yeah, free admission.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forget. So please come. April 4th, that's a Friday, 6 p.m. Be there,
At
cry, and
UTEP
love it.
Union Cinema.
At UTEP Union Cinema. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that part. UTEP Union Cinema. Please come. It'll be very fun, and you guys will love the film. I can't
Yeah.
imagine anyone not liking it. It's going to be so good.
Even if you don't like it, tell me.
No, don't say anything.
No, tell me. I want to be better. I want to be great. So tell me.
That's that Timothée Chalamet talk right there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for. Oh my God, I keep hitting the mic. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. This was very, very fun. Thank you to Ethan for joining us today. Being on a short film production is an experience that, once you start being on sets, you will not want to stop. So please start getting involved in any short film that we're doing. DMPA is doing 2 currently. If you want to get more involved, please just message us because we can absolutely get you more involved. There's no issue with that. We want everybody to have that opportunity. But yeah, it's going to be so much fun. I had so much fun being on set with them doing BTS. So that'll also be screening, I think. Yes, that'll also be screening on the 4th.
Will it be screening?
If you tell me it will, it will. Yes.
Okay, it will be screening.
Yes. Okay, but thank you so much for joining us, guys. We will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.